Greetings everyone and welcome to the Tuesday's webinar by the Franchisee Talk. This webinar series, which takes place on the second Tuesday of each month, aims to share insight and experience from experts in the franchisee industry. For this month, the theme of the webinar is traditional but creative cuisine concepts to franchisee. And hi, I am Dhinal Baxi, founder of Franchisee Insider, and I am joined today by Mr. Hardik Luhar from Balista and Mr. Preet Kadia from Urban Khichdi. So before we start, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Dhinal Baxi, founder of Franchisee Insider, established in 2014. But before that, I was an investment banker, so used to deal with investments across the globe. So there I strike an idea, and being a Gujarati businessman, it's a family. I decided to start my own business and entered into a franchisee business. So the expertise of investments and creation of a franchisee module helped me to enter into this business. So today we are based in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, a part of India. We have two offices and we have channel partners across India. We currently work with more than 1100 plus brands which are listed on our website. We have a network across India and globally. We have worked with many brands and helped them to open outlet in India as well as in Canada and also other countries. So this is all about myself. But today I'd like to introduce you two dynamic brand owners throughout the journey. Yes. So our today's first speaker is Mr. Hardik Luhar. He is a director of Balista. Now, before I welcome him for the presentation, I'd like to introduce him. Mr. Hardik has a degree in pharmacy, so he is a master in pharmacy business. He also has he used to do a job, and then he entered into this business. Now his journey has been very interesting. It started from a small city of in Gujarat, and then it went to Canada in 2020. So their first outlet named Balista was opened in Canada in Ottawa. And currently, they have three operational outlets. One is Ottawa, one is Brampton, and one is Windsor. And we have three more outlets coming up. That is Hamilton, Kitchener, and another is York. So these are the three outlets which we are planning to open up in Canada. So soon they will be have six outlets. Yes, Hardik is fond of reading, watching documentaries, and listening to music. Now, if you see the Balista is one of the top rated Indian restaurants in Canada. They have 4.8 ratings across Google and more than 1500 plus reviews as of now. Okay. And his key expertise is developing operational manuals, developing the systems for his QSR kitchen designing. So this is all about this. But his key objective of Balista is to be known as a veg and vegan brand and to serve Indian food, veg and vegan food across the globe. So I will not talk much about him, but let me introduce him and welcome him and to share his more presentation. Yes, Hardik, over to you.
Thank you, Dhinal bhai, for introducing me, and thank you, Franchisee Talk, to give me opportunity to explain my Balista brand. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today I will explain about our brand Balista. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So Balista is basically we our menu is regarding Indian fusion food. We have done little bit work on traditional Indian food with Western food. So basically our menu items are Indian fusion food. So our history is Balista was incorporated in 2016 in India, and our first outlet was in Gandhinagar. It was now acting as a research center for Canada and global market. Now we already registered our incorporation in Canada in 2021. That is Balista Incorporation. Uh, Now we export our goods from India to Canada via another new private limited. So now we have three registered corporation, two in India, one in Canada. So our journey start from 2016 for food truck. Then we started our first outlet in 2017. Gandhinagar. Then 21-22 we have started our outlet in Brampton, Ottawa, and Windsor. And 2023 we are going to open Scarborough, Hamilton, Kitchener, and one more in North York. So Scarborough is going to open in second week of September. So why Balista franchisee? All recipe developed by us from the scratch. Then our menu is healthy and tasty menu. No chef required for our operation. Mean anybody can work in our kitchen via training. No chef required. So it little bit save the cost of franchisee. Our all operation are standard and they are SOP based. So taste and all the presentation will remain uniform across the franchisee. Our model is low investment model and our operational cost is low as our manpower required is very less. So this is our production where our we produce our raw material in India on FD approved plant. Then we export our raw material from India to Canada. So this is our production line. So this is our outlet where we begin with food truck in 2016, then Windsor, Sindhu Bhavan, Ottawa. This is our Canada team, where our consultant, our legal advisor, our architect, and we in February 2023 we visited a Gulf Food Expo in Dubai for more opportunity. And this is our food truck container where we exported from India. This is our new outlet coming in Scarborough. So this is a little bit green on green, white, and gray, which indicate that we are vegan and vegetarian brand and freshness. So this is our food trial in Canada.
One in there? Lettuce?
Some lettuce.
Zucchinis, couple of zucchinis. The elements need to work. It's fixed or you give it to the customer. Does it want to?
No, this is going to be a designer one. They're not going to do.
So this is the real photo of our product. Trial is going on. So this all new product will be introduced from Scarborough outlet. This is our Google review. All are organic, and we have more than 1,500 5-star reviews. So customer like our food. This is our customer's live testimonial.
Welcome to Balista. How do you like the food?
It's so amazing, and this is a Punjabi curry paneer. Is really amazing, and the taste is good. Even though now we don't have to mix the India, the taste is really good. Even though they mix with the Canadian taste and the Indian taste also.
Outstanding taste. Right now, I don't want to go to India for food. I'm okay here with
Thank
this
you.
all stuff.
Thank you. Glad to hear.
So this was another our customer's testimonial. So in 2024 up to we would like to start our 14 more outlet globally. So we would like to we are also finding a good investor in UAE also. So this was our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Thanks, Hardik, for the nice presentation. We have a couple of questions, but we will take Q&A at the end of the presentation webinar. So now it's time to introduce you to the new speaker. He is Mr. Preet. So yeah, Preet, I know since like 2017 when he just opened up his first outlet of Urban Khichdi. So it's almost like now 2017, 7 to 8 years of journey. But the same energy which I see him as a food lover or maybe a food manufacturer. So that's the same energy what we have seen in his. He is an entrepreneur. He himself is trained at Oberoi Hotel for Learning and Development. So that is his key. He is a hotelier by profession. After working at many of the corporates, he just started his own business. That's name of a urban Khichdi. So almost every day, what he does is he just wear a black t-shirt and a blue jeans. So there is a fixed a wardrobe which he doesn't have to think. He's just focus on his business. So the best part is he has developed, and his core hobby is developing new and new recipes. Probably me and Preet have tasted till now more than 100 plus dishes. So that's his uniqueness about the business. Now, let me introduce to him, and let's listen the story from his own words. Yeah, Preet, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dhinal, and thank you, Franchise Talk, for giving us this opportunity to showcase our brand on such a global platform. We are very much obliged to be a part of this today. Uh, we started Urban Khichdi in 2018. Khichdi, if you know, is one of the most basic Indian dish, which is made out, which is a one-pot dish made from rice and lentils. It was always considered to be boring. It was always considered to be, eaten when you are sick, not feeling well, or on such occasions. But the truth remains is that khichdi is one of the most wholesome meal, one of the most nutritious meal that you can consume at any given point of time. It is called as khichdi in India, and the world has its own variations and versions of these kind of pot meals. You can have a paya, you can have a kedgri. Paya is pretty much famous. A Mexican hot pot is very famous. So khichdi is similar onto that, but here it was given a very boring image. So with urban khichdi, we wanted to give it a facelift. We wanted the youth to try, who's eating out every day, to slowly and steadily give up on junk food and start eating healthy and nutritious food. So that is when we launched Urban Khichdi back in 2018 with our prime goal to slowly eliminate the daily consumption of junk from our daily routines. So we own multiple brands. I'll share my screen and I'll take you through that journey. So like I said, we established in 2018. Our prime goal was that today the world is demanding a crazy premium for something which is healthy or fresh. A salad costs much more than what a sandwich or a burger does. So we wanted to fight that battle. We wanted to break those barriers, when healthy and fresh food does not always have to demand premium. Good food, homely food, nutritious food can be made available at very pocket-friendly prices. So keeping that in mind, all our brands focus on homely food, which is healthy, nutritious, and fresh at the same time, and it does not create a hole in your pocket while you eat with us daily. What we do is we create the same premium tastes that you experience in a fine dine restaurant. It has the same level of ingredients, the bestest of the quality. We have the same principle that we'll not serve or sell something that we do not wish to consume ourselves. So with that same goal, quality remains our top priority. We have a dedicated franchise team who looks after all our franchise partners, their logistics, their support, the training, the retraining, everything. Everything that we serve is 100% backend driven, which is recipe driven. Our kitchens are more of an assembly point where with changing individuals, with changing hands, the taste, the consistency, and the quality of food doesn't change. It remains the same. And moreover, it is not the person in the kitchen who decides how the food should be, but us sitting here develop the recipe in a manner that the consistency is delivered across the globe. Audits, training, retraining is a never-ending procedure for us. There are surprise audits, there are surprise visits, there are training sessions which are online, offline, practical, theoretical, both. So we have a dedicated team that on and off continuously keeps on doing that. Like Dhinal said, that innovations and trial for new product is something which is a day-to-day affair for us. Even if we think of something, we just like to execute it. If it comes out to be good, we like to put it in our back-end driven channel so that it remains the same and consistent across all outlets. We are available with 100% electric kitchens with gas prices increasing, and we are also planning to reduce the carbon footprint. While you want to install a chimney or a hood, it becomes tedious at quite a few places. So our focus is with 100% ventless and electric kitchens, wherein you don't need an exhaust to throw your kitchen air out. What we are proposing today is a collaboration of our two brands, which is Urban Khichdi and Dakshination. Urban Khichdi, like the name suggests, serves different varieties of khichdis. It has given an upliftment to the boring khichdi and serves it in various avatars, which are liked by everybody, from youngsters to elderly, people who are working day. Our major clientele is people who are eating out every day because of their jobs or their businesses, and a home cooked food meal is a luxury for them. Whereas Dakshination, on the other hand, is our South Indian cuisine, which serves daily, all-day South Indian breakfast, ranging from your idlis, vadas, dosas, uttapams, and upma. So basically, these are the meals that can be consumed by any age group at any time of the day, at any kind of seating. You need not have a fine line setup. You need not have any sort of experiential lineup set to serve these cuisines. So that is the reason, and these two are the most accepted cuisines amongst all, whether one is an Indian or a non-Indian, a youngster or an elderly. The products from these two brands goes for everybody. This is just to give you a menu highlight. Like I said, varieties of khichdis. We have some comfort North Indian style home style platters. We have a few beverages like shakes and mocktails on the menu, which are healthy at the same time, and all the South Indian breakfast like your idli, vada, etc. This is to give you an idea of how our outlets look. They're very peppy, they're very bright. They ensure that, once you step in, your mood is uplifted and you don't feel gloom at all. How we support is we have a dedicated supply chain management team in place who procures material which are certified by us, stores them, and supplies them to various outlets as and when needed. All our facilities are USFD and British Retail Consortium approved, so you can start using our raw materials today. We generally visit each and every location to ensure certain things which need to be procured locally, like your perishables. Every individual item is tried and tested by us and then approved for consumption. As I said earlier, training, retraining, and audit is non-stop and will always be provided. All the branding material, ranging from brochures to social media creatives to videos to banners, is provided by us. What we seek is we need a partner based out of UAE who is equally motivated like us, whose ethics are aligned with us, and is willing to work in a system which is already proven here. We're looking to grow our network into your country, and we are hopeful to start a new relationship ahead. How it would work is that we'll be appointing a master franchise under whom he shall be, it would be his or her responsibility to appoint various unit franchise or multi-unit franchise. And it would be all the information and everything will flow from top to bottom. The revenue sources for the master franchise would be the one-time franchise fees, the monthly royalties, training fees, and if he or she is keen on also getting into logistic and supply, we can set up a hub there once we have multiple outlets. So that also opens up to an additional source of revenue for the master franchise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preet, for a very nice presentation on Urban Khichdi. So let's start with a question and and answer session. So I'll request both Preet and Hardik to start their camera so audience can ask them a question. So everyone watching, you can please share your questions to us in the chat so we can speak with Hardik and Preet. Yeah, Hardik, I have got one question for you. So, as you are based in Canada, so one of our webinar would like to know, a person would like to know who is our demographic, what demographic we are targeting. So, people who come to us at Balista, and what are your plans? Means what that demography impacts when we move to other countries.
Right now, let me talk about the Canadian demography. Right now, our customer base are 60% Asian public and 40% is non-Asian public. From a new outlet, we are planning to means mix our Indian fusion food. So you have already seen our rice bowl, salad bowl, which are healthy and homemade and some of the Indian taste. So we are planning to expand our customer base from 50-50%. So right now, yeah, we are targeting 50-50% Asian and non-Asian public.
Okay, great. So, I have seen your entire presentation, but I would like to know, means the audience would like to know, what is your, how exactly your franchisee module is structured. So, if you can give us a brief on the numbers of the Canada, it would be very helpful to us.
For operational point of view, let me tell you that our realtor is here. So when we got our inquiries via email or via call, our realtor will find the good location according to our business model. So our realtor is there. After finalizing the location, our means our lawyer is here. So we do our agreement and FDD. Then next step will be our architect and engineer team is here. Our general contractor is here.
Okay.
So all our teams are basically Canadian based. So we have established our brand here. So whoever franchisee want to start the business, he doesn't have to go anywhere. All our team have here all the things.
But can you throw some numbers that what is your franchisee fee for Canada and what kind of
Yeah,
set cost somebody has to do it?
yeah. Our franchisee fee is 25,000 Canadian dollar here. Our royalty is 6%, which include 4 plus 2% marketing fee. Then our setup cost is roughly 350 to $400,000 here, and we have tie-up with RBC Bank. So we RBC Bank gives up to 70% loan on
Funding.
business. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is our model, and it already proven that people like our food and model. Yeah.
So it's great. But now you are based, you said that you have a research based in India. So now if somebody takes a franchisee and you are based in India, so what about the training setup cost? I mean, how much time does it take to somebody, a layman who wants to open an outlet in Canada? And what would be how the training goes? Can you just give some?
Yeah, for example, somebody want to start our brand in other country, like if you say UAE, right? So our raw material which give taste, we export from India to UAE. So our plant, we manufactured our product in US FDA plant. So taste will remain constant, means uniform across Canada, or whether it is USA or whether it is in UAE, right? So first about the raw material. So 80% raw material comes from India. So taste will
Okay.
remain uniform, and it will taste like Indian food, right? And second one is, for example, if anybody want to start our franchisee in UAE, then we have our training team, which we give training via video training also. Our physical training is also there. We have our SOP based book, so he can read from SOP also.
Okay, great. So now I have a couple of questions for Preet also. So Preet, what are some first question is, which market and region would you like to develop for urban khichdi? Apart from UAE, what kind of regions you are looking to develop?
We are open to any spaces which is a very urban setup, where people really don't have time to cook, or a homestyle meal or a home cooked meal becomes a luxury. So those kind of places become a hotspot for us, where we are able to offer you quick food, nutritious food at a very pocket friendly price.
And if like I have a question, very nice question. How means do we have any competitor? And if yes, how are we different from that competitors?
Like I said, every household is my competition. Khichdi or idli is something every South Indian household cooks idli every day, and every Indian household cooks a khichdi every day. There is nothing called as an authentic khichdi, because every other household you visit you'll find a different version of khichdi. So yes, my competition is every household of India, or any Indian who knows how to cook khichdi and steam an idli. How we are separate is that once you cannot afford to cook at home, you are busy working, you do not have that time, that luxury. We still are there for you to give you that equally nutritious, clean, healthy, hygienic food in a homely environment at a very, very pocket-friendly price, in a setup where we ensure that you don't have to wait for long, because we understand that your time is precious.
Okay. But what I would like to know is, it's the Indian what you are talking about, but give your perspective on the international means a non-Asian people or the globe citizens who wants to have
Of
this
course.
khichdi. So if I think
Of
that
course,
would be
like I
helpful
said,
to for
khichdi itself is a one-pot meal which is made out of rice, lentils. You can add vegetables and different fats into it, like ghee or oil is added. This is something which is a staple for world, not only India. Like I gave you a few examples, like Kedigiri, Paya, Mexican hot pot, are all different examples of global khichdis. So in Indian khichdis, you will find Indian spices, the Indian tempering, etc., etc. But the basics remain the same. You have rice, you have lentils, you have different vegetables. At times, people choose to add different meats. You can have chicken tikka, etc., also added when need be. Uh, the focus remains the same, that it's a one pot meal. It is convenient. It is easy to digest. It is very nutritious for your body.
Okay, great. Now, apart from, are we open for a unit franchisee if we get an opportunity? There is a question from one of
Of course, like you are my franchise consultant, I think you and Michael can take that call jointly, and you are the subject experts on how to go about franchising into different geographies. We are very much open to any sort of expansion, and would love to take our brand across to a different geography altogether.
Okay. So along, if not master franchisee, we are also open for a unit franchisee, and subjectively also exclusively territorial rights also are we open for that, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now I have one more question for Hardik. So like being an Indian food, is it possible to change the spiciness as per the different countries? Because Indian food is always said that it's spicy. So now can you just
Yeah, nice question, Dhinal bhai. Already we have introduced this type of recipe in Canada. For Canada, we have little bit changed the spiciness and texture of the food. So as per country, we are like flexible. We have to be flexible for business that and people taste that we can change the texture and spiciness according to country. Yeah, definitely.
okay. And do we have a plan, Hardik, to open, if get an opportunity to open an outlet in UAE?
Yeah, we are eagerly waiting for some entrepreneur who have like a long vision to work with brand who can take our brand to little bit forward. Yeah, we are definitely
Okay.
require one.
A-
Yeah.
and are we looking for an exclusively region territory or by country to country? Like for Middle East, are we looking for a Dubai or and some other countries? How are we planning? Any geographic plan you have in mind?
Right now, we are planning for we want to start one single outlet in any country. Then we will see the operation. We will see the market customer review, what they like, we don't like. Then yeah, probably if any probable master franchisee, then we can go for master franchisee. First, I want to open one outlet with some of the entrepreneur business person. Yeah.
Okay. And Preet, we have a very interesting question that what can you just share one good marketing campaign which we did with your brand, because urban khichdi is a word, and how did you that any campaign which impacted in the mind that this khichdi, wow, let's go and eat it. So any.
I would not say it was exactly a marketing campaign. It was a combination of both branding and
Yeah.
a kind of a CSR. I still remember we had something called as a Plate Baro, Pet Baro
Hmm.
campaign when we turned one. Uh, when we turned one, we just had two operational outlets. So for a week, we had decided any number of people who come to us for dining.
Hmm.
Let's say 100 people walk in a day in total of our two outlets. For an entire week, we would feed equal number of underprivileged children or specially abled children, not only by delivering food to them, but bringing them to a restaurant and giving them a full-fledged restaurant experience.
Hmm.
So that was something that not only touched the minds, but it also touched everyone's hearts.
Great. If anybody has still any more questions, you can ask Hardik and Preet, because I think most of the questions I have taken up. Yeah. Now, Preet, we have one more interesting questions for both of you. How did those name comes up to you, like Urban Khichdi, and for Hardik, how did you derive the name Balista? So, any story or anything special after it? Yeah, Preet, first you can take it.
Like I said, khichdi was always resembled to something which is boring to be consumed when you're not well or feeling sad, etc. But being one of the most nutritious food, we wanted more and more people to enjoy it, to consume it on a daily basis. So it needed a very serious facelift. It needed a change in its own reputation. So we had to urbanize the entire concept of khichdi. So that is how simply urban khichdi came into being. Like I said, it has bright interiors. It makes you feel happy the moment you step in. And similarly, Dakshination is a combination of Dakshin, which means south, and destination, which means a south place where you can have a quick meal. So we always target on serving the most as authentic meals as we can, and as quickly as we can.
Yeah, great. Hardik, how did you derive the name Balista?
Yeah, so the story is interesting. When we developed our menu in single room for 6 months, it was generally Western type of food. So we wanted to give the name Westernized name. So you already know the ballistic missile, right? So and ballista means ancient bow and arrow, automated. So we removed one L from it. So that is the story of ballista, that it contains the arrow sign. Yeah,
Oh, great. And
yeah,
that shoot you towards Canada, right? The missile directly.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. Great. So the last question, what I would like to ask is, tell one of your success stories, if you means latest success story, recent success story. Hardik, I like to you to answer first. Any recent success stories of yours?
Yeah, means you want to ask regarding
Yeah,
franchisee
anything
or
related to
customer?
franchisee or related to brand, that's up to you. But any success story as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, let me tell you that whenever means customer, whenever I go as a customer in any outlet, franchisee outlet, and people don't know that I am the brand owner. And when I heard that, wow, what an amazing food and Indian taste, and I feel that, yeah, whatever hard work we are doing as a team, yeah, that is fabulous for us. That customer service and custom healthy food we serve is our every day our success story. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, Preet.
Not something recent, but it has been a very repetitive case, and you have been a witness to that. There are very few names whom I can recollect who would be owning a single brand franchise with us. Most of our investors own multiple brands and multiple outlets with us. So it has been one of our repetitive success story, and we are really looking forward to keep that flag flying high.
Okay. Thank you. So I think there are no more questions, but if you have anything to share to our audience, definitely you can, or else we can end it up over here. Yeah. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for attending, and special thanks to Mr. Hardik and Mr. Preet for joining today. In case you didn't manage to watch the full session, a recording of this webinar will be published on our website, thefranchiseetalk.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Signing off, Dhinal Baxi.